you're probably wondering, how am I getting these good of entries? As you guys can see, look at the entry on my puts, look where I'm exiting, look at the entry on these puts, look where I'm exiting, guys. I'm going to be going over these trades today. I took a few trades. I want to go over these trades though because they were pretty precise, and I want to explain how I'm getting in these trades. But before you guys understand this chart right here, you have to break it down on a bigger time frame. So the reason I'm getting in, as you guys can see, these levels right here, I marked them out over here without the entries levels because it kind of clog up the screen. But what you're gonna notice is, see this dotted line right here? This is a daily chart. I'm always going off a daily, a 4-hour kind of. That's where my thesis is being formed. Once you realize, I'm gonna show you guys the hourly. Look how ugly this is. 10 o'clock candle. It's Eastern time, New York time. Look how ugly this candle is. Wick up higher, which was this big move over here, and then we fail. To me, and also these are key levels. So the candles, we're closing in the level, and then we're closing under the level. We're rejecting the level on a bigger time frame. Obviously, on a minute, you guys can go into it, but then you reject it. So that's what I'm kind of seeing on the bigger time frame. So I'm going to be bearish. It's going to be, to me, it's looking like, hey, we're probably going to go lower. And as you guys can see, after hours, we're trading lower. For all we know, I think this level right here tomorrow will probably be broken, most likely. Obviously, I have to wait for the price action to happen tomorrow. I don't have a magic 8 ball, not a financial advisor, so don't speculation. Just remember that. But that's what I'm looking at tomorrow. Probably this level being broken, honestly, but depends where we open. But as you guys can see, that's what I'm looking at. This is the 1 minute. As you guys can see, we're climbing up into that level, then we're rejecting. As you guys can see on the hourly, candles are closing underneath the level, barely at the level underneath it. If we do close above it, next candle's closing below it, and then wicking into it, as you guys can see. So to me, it's just very bearish. That's why I took these trades, because once we went into that level and we did reject it, as you guys can see, we'll go back into it over here. And the reason this level is so key for me, going back to it over here, I'll close it on the daily, or this is an hourly. Let me go back to the daily. The reason this level is so key, it's the last big green up candle before the downfall. That's why I'm gonna be interested in, obviously, just this whole zone. Obviously, with that whole wick, it kind of makes it a little freaky. You guys can do the candle close if you want. That's why I'm interested in this zone. That's why I have these lines marked out. Also, is on 4-hour, similar concepts. But that's why I'm interested in those levels. That's why on the 1 minute chart, once we did break into that area and go back under it, as you guys can see on the hourly, we went back under it. I showed you guys that ugly candle right here. Once we did get that, which is over here, as you guys can see, I knew, hey, there's a big chance probably going to be going lower, which is why I got in puts right here. Obviously, I could have got in right at this level. Honestly, I probably should have. I feel like probably should have just got in immediately at the touch. You could have got in right here, obviously, too. But I waited for it to break. Once kind of rejected, that's when I got back in the trade. It rejected. I could have got in right here as well. Didn't. Once it rejected, got that push back up on this green candle, I got in puts, and I wanted new lows. I got the new lows. I wanted to break pretty much of these wicks right here. This wick right here, let me mark it out for you. This wick right here, this wick right here, I wanted those to break. That's why I took profits, as you guys can see. So I took profits in the dump. Obviously, when you're trading options, you're trading puts. I was only in this trade for about 10, 15 minutes, and obviously, if you're getting quick, fast moves in your direction, whippy moves, the options kind of go really well. You're able to take profits really well into those moves. So I took full advantage of that trade. Also, as you guys can see over here, I got back into it, right? I didn't think it was actually going to go test that level, honestly. Once it did wick above, as you guys can see, once it wicked above these tops and then immediately rejected, to me, that's also my sign. I got in it a little bit early. As you guys can see, I got in right on this doji candle. Honestly, I was thinking, hey, we probably go back into this resistance level and then just reject. Didn't happen like that. We wicked a little bit higher. Obviously, my stop's a little bit above this level just in case that does happen. So I was able to stay in that trade. And then we absolutely dumped. As you guys can see again, we dumped. And what I was kind of looking at on this, I put on a fib. This is what I was thinking. I'm putting on a fib, and I'm expecting a dump either underneath this fib level. Once we did get to this level, I kind of realized, hey, I'm expecting a dump underneath these wicks. The reason I'm expecting a dump underneath these wicks, trap the bulls, and as you guys can see what happened, we trapped the bulls, and then we run up higher, back right into, and you're gonna see that this level was a magnet. This level right here, the red dotted line, was a magnet all day. I'm gonna scroll over. As you guys can see, where do we go back into? We go straight back into that level. I even caught some calls. I didn't mark them out because I just wanted to kind of show you guys the short thesis. I didn't want to kind of make your brain implode. But I even got in calls around, I believe it was, let me kind of mark out this point. It was right here. Got in a little bit early. I wanted to get in at this level. Got in a little bit early, was able to risk off this level. And the reason I got in was we had this double top right at this dotted line, obviously that daily level. That double top, probably a lot of stops above it, obviously. So everyone's getting stopped out. That's where I took my trade off once we exploded above that level. And what happens after everyone gets stopped out? We are going to dump back down. And as you guys can see, that's exactly what happened. Everyone gets stopped out. That's where I sold my calls from this zone right here. Got in a little bit early. And then once everyone got stopped out, what happens? We get the big dump. That's kind of just how trading goes. It's just a kind of like a dance-like formation. And guys, even that, what happens? Once we get stopped out, where do we go? We go right to the last candle. That last up candle, I just noticed that right now. Obviously, I'm shutting down platform. Once I got out of this trade, I shut it down. But as you guys can see, where do we go? Go right back into it, and then we dump. I'm pretty sure if I don't say so myself, we're probably going to bounce right at the last red candle. What happens? We do get a minor bounce. Last red candle. So I'm just kind of showing you guys what happens. Rejects. Last up candle. What happens? Goes back into it. Rejects. So I'm just trying to show you guys, hey, this is kind of what happens. Even over here, last big red candle before the big uptrend. What happens? We go right into it. We bounce. So guys, I'm just showing you this is the way the market trades. You're just trying to catch those swing highs, swing lows. Look at from where did the move happen? Where did the move occur? The move occurred right here. You know there's a big chance if we had a big up move from this point, you know there's a big chance once we go back into that level, we are going to normally get a little bit of a bounce. And that's kind of what happened right here. So guys, I hope you like this content. If you like this content, please share it with someone. Please subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day. Remember to trade safe.